Um, so I'm turning my camera on. This is like my therapy. Um, I'm just feeling all kinds of ouch. Um, I've been through so much this year, and oh, there might be some noise in the background. It's Sunday morning, so um, I just don't even um, I've just been through so much. And isn't it funny how, I start to, have an uptick and then um, it's not the first time that this has happened, but with the same person, with Grant, yes. It's happened quite a few times actually, being avoidantly discarded. Um, and this time it really, 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 I mean, it hurt before, but it's just, several layers deep of hurt. And I don't know where to, what to do with it. um, um, it's made me question everything. Was any of it real? Um, I mean, I know it was, but did he ever actually mean it to um, everything he told me and everything that he said he wanted with me? Um, um, I just discovered this morning that I was blocked on Telegram, which is what we mostly used for our very personal um, communication. Um, the last thing that he said to me on here was that he agreed that we were going to speak in a month. I had, we had spoken a couple weeks ago, and he had discarded me, and I had just wanted it, like a, a, just as a courtesy, just a decent conversation. Um, we were together a total of about 7 years, 8 years. Um, the last time this happened was like to this degree. Um, let's see. Um, um, I think in early uh, 2023, it was like January of 2023, and that was painful, really painful. Um, Before that, uh, it happened end of December of 2021 as well. It's just, it's one of the most painful things, emotionally damaging things to do to someone um, after you and that person has shared so much in the way of time and communication and energy and um, like it's physically like I have a lump in my chest, you know, and all I asked for was just to be decent and do it with a conversation, you know, like um, rather than just ghosting and blocking and so on. Um, Treat a person with decency and courtesy. Um, Treat them like a decent human being, you know, um, that deserves respectful communication. Because all it was he blew up at me on the phone, and then um, we spoke once again after that, and he just said, you know, just don't come here anymore. And, you know, to hell with you, kind of a thing. Um, he had agreed to help me out. Um, and I'm just still really confused. And the reason I'm talking so slow is because it takes me a minute or two to process my thoughts. And I'm just I'm just stunned. Like I don't understand um, from someone who yeah, so I still have that conversation on there, speak in a month. Um, Even though he blocked me, I guess that conversation didn't get deleted. Um, I don't know. I'm just so shocked, um, hurt. I read something from someone this morning on, I know my hair is a mess and I need to wash. I'm gonna be doing that this morning. Going to, yeah, the gym, and I'll do that there. Um, I read something this morning, and it was from somebody else. It was a question that was posed in a group from a woman who had um, discarded her boyfriend that she'd been with for a couple years. She just left a sticky note on the mirror and said, your keys under the door, take care. And she said, I know it's very disrespectful and immature, and, before you come at me, you know, she was asking for advice, basically, like, she was saying, like, should I go back and, like, you know, um, try to patch things up or whatever. Um, and she said that she knew it was really disrespectful. Um, she said she had also blown him off about having a conversation with him later um, to apologize for it. Um, and someone um, someone left a comment that was a very accurate description. I'm going to read it because it's or let's see, I took a screenshot of it and highlighted a couple of things in here that resonated with me. Um, he said, you clearly hadn't learned from your initial fundamentally disrespectful behavior when you blew out on a meeting, too. Though I wouldn't have accepted a face-to-face conversation in the first place. Who on earth would want a friend or even any contact at all with someone who treated them that way? Um, you don't deserve them. The pain that avoidant people, this was the part, um, the pain that avoidant people leave behind when they discard a partner. And to be clear, an avoidant discard feels 100 times worse than a normal relationship breakup, is unimaginable for that other person. A gaping black hole in your life that just opens up with no explanation, no closure, and no sense that the other person, I'm sorry, yeah, that the other person has any understanding of the damage they've caused, or whether they ever gave a single solitary damn about you. So it's not just uh, the loss of the person, but it's also being discarded in such a way that you just you question everything, and um, because like you know um, you know what went on and uh, what was communicated and how much and all of that. Um, and so it affects you in a way that is really 100 times worse than just a normal relationship breakup. And then the fact that, so there's like several layers here. Like, there's that, there's the fact that it's already happened this way before. And, for the past couple of years, actually, we've had this on again, off again, whatever. Um, are we gonna get back together? Are we gonna, are this and that and the other thing? Um, but have been like entwined. um, my major issues was just like keeps coming on and off. Was just don't keep me a secret, and well, there were a few things. um, his temper when he would get angry with me. Um, and then this stuff, like stonewalling and um, dismissive avoidance. If I tried to talk about something real or whatever, like, and if it made him uncomfortable, um, like extreme dismissive avoidance, because we had said, yeah, let's give this a go, and let's do it again, um, the real way this time. Um, but I ran into some devastating family issues this year. And those family issues had been um, kind of happening as well. So I was dealing with that. Um, um, and some health issues, which I haven't really spoken about. Um, sorry about the background, but and so I can't think with the whole dismissive avoidance um, um, line of thinking. Anyway, um, so yeah, my main thing was, just don't keep me a secret. But no, we've had a very, very, and I have receipts, um, intimate relationship. And he insisted on maintaining a friendship with his ex-wife. And I made it known to him several times that, basically that's like micro cheating. Like, it's, whether there's anything physical there or not, it's still um, like you're courting me, but um, basically downplaying your role with me or your relationship with me to her. And, you know, being long distance, like that just made me uncomfortable. Um, uh, so that was that. And there were several things that came up, like following his life, following his ex-wife on Life 360 and her following him, and you know, meeting up, and having like dinner or lunch dates or whatever, and sort of like talking with her in the background, and yet at least appearing to me like he wanted to rebuild, or you know ha- wanted to have a relationship. um, I think that it's really important in a healthy relationship to um, if you say you love a person, like actually be willing be willing to talk something out in a respectful manner to a full resolution and full understanding, um, as well as the nice, friendly, pleasant, cheerful stuff too. um, and quite often what would happen is, if I would bring up one of these things, like I'm not comfortable with you and Teresa sharing locations, like, can we have a discussion about it? And then it would, like, he'd get very uncomfortable, and then maybe he'd get angry at me, and then after that he would shut down, and then I'd basically have to do the heavy lifting of like, okay, so like, can we put things back to normal? And he'd sort of like avoid talking to me for a bit after that. And it was like, well, if we're done talking about it, can we go back to like, um, you know, restore the foundation, basically, um, the jovialness. Um, anyway, I um, like, both people need to put in an effort to actually, like, restore that, like, keep that there, kind of a thing. And but like, respectfully, like, you need to, you know be respectful with each other and stuff like that. Not disrespect. um so I just, I don't know, I'm just, it hurts a lot worse than normal. um I It's really hard being long distance with someone and being discarded on a long distance thing, because you can't even, uh, it's so much easier for the other person to just get away with disrespect and, appear as though they don't even care. Um, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have enough money to live on in the next month. Um, you know, you want to imagine that the people closest in your life will look out for you and be there for you, and um, you want to see them as good people, and that they mean what they say they mean, and that they actually care about you. I don't know if I finished reading that. No, I didn't. Um, that's right, I got a little choked up. um, is unimaginable for that other person a gaping black hole in your life that just opens up with no explanation, no closure, and no sense that the other person has any understanding of the damage they've caused or whether they ever gave a single solitary damn about you. This sort of behavior isn't just immature, it causes enormous emotional damage. Um, just leave him be and let him actually get over the damage you caused. Being discarded in the way that I was by somebody was, without question, the most emotionally damaging experience of my life. And I say that as someone who'd already been through a divorce. Um, when it happened, your own mental health issues aren't a free pass to behave this way. Um, I sent him a message and I sent that to him. I said, and whatever, go ahead and judge me for this. I happened to see this morning. It is an eloquently written description of an avoidant discard, which is what this is, which, as it states, is 100 times worse than a normal relationship breakup and is literally the most emotionally damaging and painful experience I've ever been through. Accurate. I don't know how to. Yeah, I'm just like, what? Like, what? Uh, Not only that, you withdrew any help or benevolence that you had extended and promised me in a time of great need for me, the lowest point in my life where I need the greatest amount of help. Told me I was the biggest mistake, that you were only pitying me, and it's made me question all the times you ever said anything nice to me, and all our plans, and if you ever genuinely meant any of it, or actually meant that you ever cared about me, or if it was because I happened to fit your agenda for the moment and makes me feel the worst I've ever felt in my life. But I'm supposed to just walk away with my head held high and no closure, no answers, and you just ignore me and treat me like a stranger or some subhuman entity. I just really want you to understand this. I hope you'll keep your agreement to speak with me and not blow me off. I guess I'm. What is it that I want from that? I guess just understanding, and it would be nice to leave it on good terms, um, but that has to go both ways. And Um, anyway, thanks for listening if you did. Um, I don't know why anyone would listen to this, but I just don't know what to say anymore. um, it's such a horrible thing for someone to say one day that they love you and that you're in a relationship and that it's all confirmed, the plans are confirmed. Yes, I'm gonna swoop you up and save your ass, and I'm gonna help you out, and come here, and let's be together, and I'll be your man. And then the next day, just blow up at me, and then basically within a few days of that, just discard me. I I can't fathom how someone can do that. Did you ever did you ever mean any of it? Make me feel like such a worthless human being. But I know I'm supposed to be strong and just keep going. I don't have parents. I don't have Oh god, I'm going to turn this off. I don't have local friends. Um and you even knew that, like, my other friend in Australia betrayed me as well. Like, and then he knew everything I was going through, and um, dropped me um, when I was with my hands raised up. Please, please don't do this to me right now. Um, okay, I'm gonna turn this off.